I find that many people don't know what being a birth doula is, that they sometimes confuse it with midwifery, and
Yeah,
even fewer people know that having a postpartum doula is a thing.
right.
And so I'd love for you to just share more about what that entails. Like, what does that support entail, being a birth doula and being a postpartum doula?
hmm exactly what you said, support. Support looks different for everyone at every different stage of their life. Someone having their first pregnancy compared to their seventh pregnancy might have significantly different needs.
Mhm.
Um, at a foundation of doula support, it includes education, education around childbirth education. What can I expect? What can I expect in my weeks leading up to my birth? What can I expect
Mhm.
when on the onset of labor? What can I do? What can my partner do? What is happening with my baby? What is happening with my body? What are some of the
Mhm.
emotional changes, the hormonal changes, the physical changes that I'm going to endure? Talking about as a doula, talking before your baby comes, what usually feels good for you? How do you calm yourself down when you're having a moment? What are some
Mhm.
things that your partner does that makes you feel good? And taking all those things and mirroring it again while you're birthing, right?
Mhm.
Um, Education, physical support is a big part of it. So whether you want a epidural, no epidural, birthing at home, birthing in a hospital, your body is going to be doing a lot of things. So a doula, birth doula, is trained in helping you cope with that, right?
Mhm.
Helping you with your breathing, helping you with your positioning, some counter pressure.
Mhm.
I practice spinning babies. So I help families move their bodies in a way that it's balanced to help the baby get into an optimal birthing position, which
Mhm.
helps promote a faster labor or labor with more ease, right? An
Mhm.
easier pushing, less time pushing because we're laboring down. As a postpartum doula, my role even plays a little part after their baby's born. So I stick with families 1 to 2 hours after their baby is born. We initiate that first latch if we can. We try breastfeeding. We try stimulating the breast to encourage lactation.
Mhm.
And then if you hire me or a postpartum doula, we come into your home, right? We help you with those
Oh.
first tricky days. I think a lot of what we do is add ease into the process of either parenting or growing your family. So
Mhm.
it's the tips and tricks, troubleshooting lactation. A lot of times we're either trying to boost milk supply, optimize a latching position. Um,
Mhm.
Bringing a baby home, you have to get to know your baby. You have to get to know yourself as this new parent, whether it's the first time or over and over again. So having a doula provides that safe space to even talk about those processes and changes that you're navigating.
Mhm.
The emotional, your doula can identify if you're having perinatal mood disorders, like, okay,
Mhm.
this isn't the baby blues, it's a little more, so let's talk to your doctor about it, let's get you a therapist, let's connect you. So both in the birth and postpartum stage, your doula is also a major connector, connecting you to the resources, right? Your doula isn't your everything, but they will make sure that you have the teams to support you. So
Mhm.
a lot of the times I connect my families with therapists, with physical floor therapists, chiropractors, um, IBCLCs, which are board certified lactation consultants, all
Mhm.
those things, childcare sometimes, so your doula plays a major, major role in your path to parenting or growing your family from pregnancy
Yeah.
to postpartum.
Yeah, I was sort of smiling from ear to ear as you were speaking, because the clients that I work with are clients who usually have some, like a higher level of fear or anxiety around pregnancy and childbirth because they've gone through a challenging journey. So whether it's a pregnancy loss or infertility or birth trauma, that then creates the anxiety in this pregnancy. And I find that whenever I recommend resources, it's like the anxiety starts to subside. Like, yes, someone can be in the room with you. Like those fears that you have, can be softened by having someone in the room with you. And after you give birth, someone can be there
Mhm.
spending a few hours per day or even staying overnight with you. So I think we don't realize that one, it really does take a village. And
Yeah,
even though we're in this modern world, there are ways that we can create the village by getting
sure.
the experts, right?
Yeah.
That have that care wrapped around you. Because pregnancy and childbirth, it's huge. It's
Yeah,
like a massive life-changing event.
absolutely.